Welcome back, gamers, to another episode of Yeet Federation. Today I'm going to be showing a Total War replay. For those who are just here for the horror, we will be recording and dropping horror alongside these Total War videos. From what we noticed, there's a lot more views on Total War instead of the horror right now. And that's fine. We can work on Total War if that's what you guys want to see. If there's any games you want me to see or play so you guys can watch, please leave it in the comment. I'll see if I have it, and if not, I'll see if I can get it. So there we have me playing Rome DE. Let's just unpause the battle. We have Wild Sleep playing Tarsus, and we got Palmyra being played by Battle Pants. We have versing Saxony, which is a DE expansion faction. We have Kush, and then we have Athens. Now, the only reason why in our vids when you see us playing the DE factions is we tend to stay GC until one of their own goes a DE faction, and then that opens up for our game to be any faction. You gotta fight fire with fire. Alright, here's what I recommend to anyone who's doing the breach. You don't need to move your towers if you set them up correctly. Like, I literally always do this, because the towers will protect. Always put one where you have the angle shot on the wall. On this battle, you're going to see me hit this a lot. For some strange reason, the artillery wanted to shoot above. But I always start with the breach immediately while my teammates do the initial start. So they protect, Battle Pants protect me on the right, and I have Wild protect me on the left, so it gives me time to just jump into my arty and do whatever I want. Now, if the enemy was smart, I would have done a little bit of a sally, put archers up on the walls, and held Wild back for as long as possible, or at least Battle. Battle's a really good player, but he does panic pretty quickly, so I would recommend putting pressure on my right flank instead of my left flank, at least in this battle, because Wild Sweet is a very, very good player. Yeah, I can go one-on-one with him, but I have more of a chance of losing than he does have of losing. What's the wall at? 97. 97 is probably about 2 to 3 minutes into the fight. Now, we do go off time scale while we're doing this. My job is to get us fully inside the settlement by 45 minutes. So that's 15 minutes into the fight. Then Battle Pants and Wild uses their army to fight here. So we have two fresh armies. So doing this part with the archer support, have faith in your teammates, guys. If you see your teammates are trying to line you up in this type of scenario, do not push in. Look for the breacher. I tend to be the breacher in all our games. What I mean by breacher is securing this hole right here and securing the field of deployment. So that way we can have all our soldiers inside the wall as we're pushing, and we don't gotta worry what's outside. Now, another thing to newer players, deployables such as these, not your wall arty. Your wall arty is not, yes, it's considered deployable, but it's not the deployable everybody says don't bring. These are. So like these barricades or spikes, rock beds, more barricades, more spikes. are not recommended to play because they lag the game. Rome is a big game. It's very, very clunky already with AI movement. But putting these in can really lag up the game. What I love doing with this Rome is this is the regular DE Rome. They have the most OP unit in my opinion. More OP than the longsword cohort. And they are known as the Roman levies. They are cheap, and by God, they have good initial stats. They are literally like 230, 260. And Chevron, probably at $700, that's your Praetorian. Well, not your Praetorian, but they are a very cheap version of an Evocati if done correctly. Oh yeah, this is a part where they literally give me more than enough space to go around wall walk. Also guys, don't forget when you're in these settlements to wall walk. Because if you're held at this point like we are, we have archers where I have them right here. We're gonna have Palmyrian archers over here. Because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure Tarsus cannot bring 150 range archers. So that's when the Wild Sweep brings 2 slingers and 2 javelin men. And I will preach what Dean tells me all the time. Bring a peltist, at least one of them, while you're doing the breach. Because you could line your men up here and fight. And what most people like to do is they still leave their archers in the back to shoot over at ours, to push ours out. That one javelin man can take a beating while it's throwing javies into the archers. And you'd be amazed how many people overlook that. And these archers right here, the armored archers for the regular DE Rome, are amazing. They don't get an ability, but they, for some strange reason, they tend to do a lot of damage. Like, I think I used 2 volleys, and I'm already at, 50 kills, almost 50 kills on 2 of them. 3 of them, and then 1 is almost at 40. That's still, right there, is amazing. Oh, are these the Royal Spartans at Tarsus? Yeah, so Tarsus have these things called mercenary Spartans for 700. They are literally a fucking Royal Spartan for 700, which that is, if I remember right, is a 1200-ish unit for 700. Yeah, you're getting a fucking deal when you do that. Like, it's ridiculous. This faction right here just has the best hoplites in the game, if you use them correctly, because they have the, where did he put them? Oh, right here. These guys, the Tarantine hoplites. These guys are ridiculous. 80 melee defense with 105 armor with 70 life. Yeah, 80 melee defense is what makes these units so freaking broken. You usually don't use DE factions or Rise of the Republic factions against GC factions because you're just gonna win no matter what. But Saxony being on the field, we even told them, like, dude, you don't want to do that, dude. Like, you just want to go GC, we'll go GC, and it's not a problem. Yeah, he chose this. This is what happens when the enemy forces choose the wrong decision. Well, am I launching shit at him? Guess I am. Yeah, he's just letting me nuke him. These guys are what Saxony is known for, the Geogoth warriors. They are literally Bloodsworn from Swaby on crack. Like, that's what happens when you give a Blood Swaby freaking crack. They turn into a Geogoth warrior. Like, I really, really love these guys. Like, honestly, I think they're 100 times better than the armored Germanic swords from Saxony. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm protecting the gate for Dean, so no one comes out. Wild Sweep, my bad. We call each other by names. I apologize. If while I'm talking, you guys are like, "Who the hell is that dude?" All right. We've just been playing and been friends for a while now. Oh yeah, I dropped that Leopard Warrior. I think I'm almost at 100 kills on all my archers, yeah. And I've only used probably a third. I already moved them from fire. Always shoot sword side shot if you can. If not, always shoot at a side angle. The worst side angle you want to do is from caddy corner of the front on their shield side. What I mean by shield side is, you see how in their left arm or left hand they have the shield? Yeah, you don't want a side shot. And if you do, you want to do a back counter. Like, so you're hitting their backs instead of the shield side. Because if you're shooting them from the side or from the front, you're hitting shield side shot. And honestly, that is a very, very bad idea. Oh yeah, I forgot about the pipes. I think I slaughtered the pike right here. Yeah. I think I called for help over here because Palmyra should have had all his archers here to begin with. Because again, the reason why we breached this corner so they can choke us off right here is it forces all their forces to move forward, which are within range of our archers. I normally would be shooting the backside, like over here of these guys, but they got smart and they decided to turn their infantry. And Kush tried to hold me down with Shota warriors. Also, guys, remember, army builds in this game matter. If you don't build a good army, it turns out you're probably going to lose. If you do not know what a good army is, I'm going to leave our Discord in our description. If you ever want to talk to me or any of the Yeet Federation generals, we gladly would spend time with you teaching you new things on Rome Total War. Because this is a game that we're well known for and we're really good with. I just prefer to do horror on the channel because those are one games I really, really love. Alright, pikes have been dealt with. I think I moved my archers. Tell my archers to shoot something different. Yeah, already over 100 kills. These archers are just ridiculous. And they still have ammo. So I've got us a breach. And Dean did send up his Royal Spartan mercenaries to help me, because I needed something just a little bit heavier since most of my guys are light infantry, or I consider light infantry with 65 armor and 57 melee defense. Yeah, no, they're high middle tier right now, medium tier with their stats. Except for their melee attack could be a little... Wait, no, never mind. Their melee attack, yeah. They're high medium tier. Right now, guys, I'm just trying to get a thumbnail for us. And If there are videos you want to share, we will gladly send. If you send them to us, we will gladly put them up with your name, and we'll do a shout out for you for the Yeet Federation. Please send us in. We'll gladly send them. Share them. That means you, Ocampa. I know you have some replays you really want to share. It'd be good to see battles where I'm not in it or the Yeet Federation aren't in it, because we tend to be very brutal at this game. Alright, right here should be a really good thumbnail if I hit K. Whoa. Want a volley again, another volley, come on. No. Come on. Arrows. There you go. Got it. So, as we enter, the Yugos warriors have entered combat, but in my opinion, you always want to send them in by themselves. You don't want to charge them on the back of your own unit. And quite frankly, when your whole line has collapsed like it has right now, I don't recommend anything like attacking. I wouldn't push forward. I would have held right here with that Gilgas. Had one lined up full line, have one right behind it full line. You charge in with the front line, hold them back. If they use gaps, which is what I mean by gaps, say if you have a full unit right here, but they stop right here and they leave this open, you can take that. If you line your unit up skinny formation, you can go through. That is not considered a pull through. Now, if people aren't paying attention, they might think it was a pull through, but you need to explain it. Sometimes it's just nice to just tell them, hey, it wasn't a pull through, this is what I did. I'm sorry you thought it was, but you just missed it. There are some people in the community that when they're playing this game, they get tunnel vision, and because they're either focusing on their defense against a massive enemy, or I think this is where I get my archers inside settlement. I start fighting archers. Oh, who was I? I was shooting those. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm trying to push Kush's archers off. Oh, I think this is a battle where I let my archers die towards the end, because I want them to keep wasting. Alright, Nubians are great archers. Like Eastern Spearmen, Eastern Archers, Nubians, like all the Kush Archers, not Kush Royal Guard, but the Kush Archers, for the ones that have the 150 range, the one right below the World Archers, are great archers. Not so much against armored archers. They will lose that fight, like Koreans, obviously the Roman armored archers are for this faction, but for GC only, it's the Cretans, the Royal Kushite, you have the Palmyrian heavy archers, and the Syrian archers, and the Nabatea. Those like 5 top archers right there. You do not want to fight them with Eastern archers or with the Kushite regular archers or anything. I also don't recommend 125 range archers. If there's only a 125 range archer and a slinger that's 150, take the slinger. You're going to get more damage output with that thing. Oh, that's right. I think this is where battle tries to land against Saxony and fight him, but we hit him from here and from here. Like, I titled this replay Complete Domination because I want to show you again the mistakes that people make. I also want to teach you and show you guys some easy tactics that might, better your gameplay by simply doing. Oof. No, I leave my archers outside. And I'll also show you some videos where we lost because we made mistakes. There was one just very recently that we lost because someone overcommitted over here way too early, and I had to fight a 3v1. And everyone know a 3v1 is not an easy battle to fight. Yeah, like, I didn't understand. Okay, so with Athens, I do not recommend bringing any form of hoplite. You have thorax swords, bring those. Thorax swords are better than any hoplite you possibly could have brought. Light hoplites are just a waste of money. They're not as good as everyone thinks. I mean, when I started playing, I would bring them because, honestly, they were a little bit stronger, light infantry that would kill the hillmen and stuff. But after that, they're useless. Yeah, I still have 2 full healthy Roman levies outside. I really like going with like Celt spams and stuff, like bringing the weak infantry that's just very powerful is always something I like doing. Like just buffed up Celts. Like it's always fun to bring like a meme army like that. But yeah, some people may find it very offensive because they want to actually play a battle. So I'll tend to try not really bring these type of meme armies, but it's still gonna happen. Oh, and you see the gap. That's right. Take these gaps, guys. Hoplite wall is great and all, but you just opened yourself up to be flanked from behind. I think he's also charging up there. Oh no, he's gonna help me. Yeah, Dean always is a supportive player when he's playing Wild Sweep. Me and him, just while we're playing, I'm pretty sure we literally were just joking in chat about modern life stuff, and wasn't even really paying attention to most of this. We just know what our jobs are. Like Dean's job is to, Wild Sweep's job is to help me from behind if I need help at the breach. But with this battle, his job is now to push here. I'm pretty depleted. Like, I do have full units. Like, I do. But I tend to save them to the very end because I save my Javies for the end. While everyone else here in my team will usually waste their Javies. Not waste them. That's not the right term to say. They will use their Javies. To break through their own lines and everything, where I just cycle charge constantly. If you cycle charge constantly, you'll be 100% okay. You just need to learn to cycle. A lot of people who play Total War, like newbies, like randoms, y'all do great, but you guys haven't done the original. Like, oh, this is the part where I sent my general up, but then realized it was a trap. So I pull him back, try to get him back as much as I can. But again, this part in this game, alright, you're gonna get very frustrated if you start playing it because the AI movement is completely needs work. And the Creative Assembly already have done this game. They're not coming back to it. Now, there is a hunch or a guess that there is a Rome 3 coming out. In my opinion, I think Creative Assembly does great jobs, especially at games like this, where you have so many people, like so many units on the map. There's going to always be AI issues. You just can't sit there and be like, hey, this is what's going to really happen. No. If you're expecting perfect games out there nowadays, I hate to disappoint you. Yeah. Okay, so this is where Battle Pants goes. Hey, bro, I'm losing this archer fight because he's targeting my archers that have more ammo. Which, always pay attention to the archers you are shooting at. Look at their kills. If you see any with 0 kills, kill that one first. Because that means he has full ammo. Kill that one. You neutralize that, that's 15 arrows from 120 men. So 120 times 15. Yeah, that's 1,200. That's 1,800 arrows, if I remember right, if I did my math right. And you just got them off the map. With maybe them only using archer ammo to defend against you. Now, I do not recommend playing this faction if you're going to do this type of stuff. I do not recommend charging and fighting these archers. And now Palmyra is running out of ammo because his 2 fresh archers are dead. But Saxony archers are pretty much neutralized. Yeah, they're still shooting, but this one has 57 men and this one has 74. And then we look over here with the Tarsus front with Wild Sweet, and I'm not even worried. Dean doesn't need to be watched. I was more helping Palmyra out battle. He's a very good player. He's still learning tactics, good tactics from us. Again, we will gladly help you guys if you want to learn to play this game. We aren't very, I guess the term would be we don't bite. Okay? If you want to learn, we will gladly teach you. Wild Sweet is probably our best where I'm no. I would put Blackfoot and Wild Sweet probably tied to each other, tied at the number 1 slot. Then I'm behind them, and then we have Thunder behind me. But I tend to just fuck around and play and have fun. And I also like losing because, again, you learn from your mistakes. And if you're constantly winning, you're never going to, what's the term I would use? You're never going to be 100% strong and always winning in this game. This game, you could literally make one mistake and it ends the game for you. There was this one fight, even I have over almost 2,000 hours of multiplayer playing in this game. Now, I have made the mistake. There's a very recent battle, actually. My teammates had their archers here and here, and I had my army right here. And I wasn't paying attention because I was focused on the front. And there was this multiple cav units come in, and they started doing a lot of damage to my allies' archers. And I really couldn't, I forgot. I drew a blank at that time. I was like, okay, what am I going to do to help these guys out? And, well, I didn't do it. I eventually did, but we lost a lot of archers. We still won the battle, but, again, people make mistakes. And I still have these guys outside I'm not even paying attention to. Because now I'm working on this front. We're just doing the grind game right now, because what I'm trying to do is break this to force these pikes up on the line where they're going against Palmyra. And now I have my archers lined up to kill a pike, because those pikes, they're not heavily armored. That's 40 armor with 15 melee defense. That pike will be dropped even if you're shooting at it front. Oh, I have an archer. I think all my archers are out. Oh, these 3 are out. Where's mine? I know I have one more, don't I? Or did he die? Oh, but he's right here. 170. How many? Okay, I'm completely out of ammo. And Palmyra's completely out of ammo. And I think he's just doing the... Alright, when pikes run, you charge. Okay? You always charge when pikes run. Because if you can get into them before the pikes come down, you're killing about 30 or 40 of them. And once the pikes drop and you notice that they push your whole unit back to the tips of the pikes, you retreat that unit. It's okay to send in like a Celt or something in the pikes as they're running away, so when they turn around and they do their pikes, you're going to lose Celts, but they're just Celts. Oh. And I think they're pike stack. Nope, no they're not. Alright, pike stacking is very, very looked down upon in this game. That's what happens when you put a infantry unit on top of a pike to prevent the pike from being shot. That is a no-go. Alright, in most games. If you try it, you're probably not going to be welcomed back in the next game, and you're probably going to piss off a few people. So, let's just say save it for just for you guys to understand that there is the right way and the wrong way at playing this game. So, and the really only person that's really left. Sorry guys, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this recording. Yeah. Well, the only person really left is Athens, and Saxony right now is pushing towards Wild because he sees what Wild's doing, or Wild's trying to go around. Because on this settlement of Burdigala, sorry for not mentioning the name, this is the victory point. So victory points in Rome Total War, if you take them or capture them, you have, after 150 seconds, you automatically win the settlement. If you're the attackers. If you're defenders, you can recapture, but you ain't winning in 150 seconds. You're winning until the timer goes down. As you can see in this battle, we play 2-hour-long videos. This was a very short video. It was only I think 40 minutes. Wasn't that bad. But Athens played very, very defensively, where he backed up really quick. He fell back amazingly quick. And Kush did like a counter attack and pushed his whole army towards Wild. But as you can see, no, Kush, they're really good. What I recommend with Kush, even on large funds, bring like 5 or 6 armorers. Bring regular, I think they can bring Nubians. I would bring Nubians. If not, bring the Kushite archers, and then with the rest of it, get the Kushite slaves, not the slave infantry. Okay, there's a difference. It's not the 140, it's the 220. Bring those, and when you use them, you have to use your javies, or else you're not going to get what you paid for. You're not going to get more than what you paid for. As you can see in the front, it's already breaking down. Palmyra made it through the Saxony line, and now we're just swallowing up thorax swords and thorax spears that he left open, but he does have some archers. Now, in this battle, the army comp that Athens brought, I would not recommend. Not recommend at all. You need to have the Cretans with Athens, and I don't even think he brought a single one. He brought slingers, and he brought another slinger, and one of his archers already died at the because he died right here. So we know he has 2 slingers and 2 regular archers. I recommend bringing the 3 Cretans. I don't recommend anything after the 3 Cretans, but A lot of people would like to bring their 4th range, which, if you do, bring a slinger. I don't bother with bring a Rhodian instead of a regular slinger. Rhodians have a lot of AP damage. And as you see, I got through the lines by taking this gap and then coming straight over here while Palmyra does a general v general fight. There actually was communication between this little battle right here, between Battle Pants and whoever was playing Athens. They were like, you know what? General v general me. And Battle Pants agreed. Now, Palmyra Palace Guard 100% destroys a Thorax Hoplite. Like, even look at the stats there. Like, Thorax have more melee defense, but Palmyrian Palace Guard with the Strategist General is amazing because you get the battle rhythm and you get the second wind. So when he's exhausted, he can just pop that and he's back to fresh. Always, ladies and gentlemen, bring the Pictopolite General or the Strategist General. I recommend the Strategist General, which is you get 3 choices. You get the Warrior General, the Strategist General, and the Commander General. So with that, the Commander General has Rally and Raised Banner, which Raised Banner is a mass ability, same with Rally. It's a huge radius around your general. Once you pop them, Rally helps with morale, because if you notice, flags are wavering in this video. That means their morale is broken. Once the flag disappears, that means your unit's shattered, meaning you're never going to get it back. Now, if it's blinking white and they're running away, or just a solid white running away and that banner still stays, you have a good chance of getting that unit back, but they're going to be running outside the settlement running away, so you'll need to bring them back in. And then you have the Warrior General, which has a lot of fear base. They have War Cry and another fear base attack, which by fear based attack I mean they damage the morale and they make people panic and retreat. Now, you always bring the Strategist General because they have the second wind and the battle. They're the best abilities you can get, but they're only single targeted abilities, meaning if you are attacking, do not mass send a fleet of men into one. Do not bunch up, as you heard in previous videos that I always say. Don't like literally mass send with your whole army on one thing. Don't bunch up. Like right here, this is somewhat of a prime example, but I'm pretty sure these 2 units were heavily damaged. That's why I sent them both in at the same time. Yeah. Jesus, that levy has 144 kills. Thoreos Hoplites also I would not recommend, due to the main factor is they don't get the Javies. These are Hoplites, and they're literally like 200 cheaper than the Thorax Sword. I would just bring the Thorax Sword, guys. Always, if you're playing a Greek faction, stay away from Hoplites. Unless you're playing like a Rise of the Republic faction, their Hoplites tend to be very broken. I think Wild Sweet is the one with the kills. This battle and Palmyra actually beat me. I think I have the least amount of kills this battle. I'm not sure. I tend to sometimes get that because most of the time once I do the breach, I'm not needed for everything else, so I keep my army back here and just trickle them up whenever they need like a meat shield or something. Also, the people wondering, the Celt spam does work. It is an amazing composition, but most people like in-house Discord fights do the 7 max, meaning you can only bring 7 of the same unit. So if you're bringing your levies, I'd only be able to bring 7 of them. There's also the rule of 1, 2, 4, which is 1 arty, which all arty counts as your 1 arty if you're on defense. You have 2 pikes max and 4 range. Most games are played like that. And if you cheat by bringing more, they tend to look down upon that, and good luck finding another game with that person in it. We're going to go take a look at the scores. Wild Sweet with 2675. We have Battle Pants with 2534. And me at 2315 with only 1,000 loss. I could have sworn I lost. Yeah, I had my whole army still. Pretty much. We go down to Kamopak 72. I don't know how you pronounce that. With 773 kills. Alright. I will easily tell you what you did wrong with your army. First off, bring the 3 Cretans. And then get rid of that slinger. 3 Cretans. I wouldn't even bother bringing 2 slingers. I'd just bring the 3 Cretans. Get rid of the light hoplites. Get rid of all these Thuros hoplites. I understand he probably was thinking they were hoplites with Javies. It's a very, very common misconception. And just bring these guys. Thorax swords. These are your swords are really a needed thing in your armies. They're the best infantry. Then we got Kush with Kane Charlo work with 1,041 kills. Get rid of the leopard warriors. Get rid of the pikes. Kush pikes are useless. Get rid of the Shotel warriors. They did good. Don't get me wrong. And get rid of that slave Hindi swordsman and just bring literally 6 armored Shotels and then just rest slaves. These are the archers that I recommend bringing if you can. Or get rid of him and always bring the archer, the royal archer. So we were playing on large funds, so bring the archer. Royal Guard is usually the only one you want to bring on ultra funds. We weren't playing it. Tagmata with 1,366 kills with Saxony. Saxony, get rid of the pikes. Get rid of the axe warriors. Keep the Gilgas. The armored Germanic swords are okay, but I think they have another unit like the Jugoth. Starts with a J, and it's a swordsman, and they're cheaper than these, or they're about the same, but they have Inspire on them, where they boost morale of all falling units, which you'd have one up on the front line with your Geogust. Boost their morale so you can get more kills. And cycle charge the Geogust. In one charge, that Geogust got 154 kills. I just want you guys to think about it while you're cycle charging. That guy could have easily gotten over 300 to 400 kills. So let's look at our army compositions. We have Wild Sweet with only bringing 13 units on attack, when he still managed to do as much damage as he could. Like I say, Wild Sweet is one of the greatest players I've played against. Not trying to bash all the other people. Agent Panda, Bloody Stranger, Hermes. Y'all are still pretty damn good. Okay, we got Battle Pants with Palmyra, his army comp, which was another solid one. Armored swordsman, and he had the hillman to the start to burn towers. And his archers. I wish he didn't push these archers up first. He should have pushed up the ones that were somewhat depleted to fight in the archer fight first, to damage as much as he could before he sent in his fresh archers. His artillery did phenomenal at 218. His general 206. Yeah, that's great. Come to me. Again, mine was just a meme army. Some of these levies did phenomenal. That 286 on the levy, and he still was pretty full. Archers. Like I said, I preach these armored archers constantly. They are pretty damn broken. And then the general, which really didn't see much combat except for trying to go in. 101 is okay on the arty, especially when I did the breach. But that's it, guys. I will see you next time on another episode of Yeet Federation. If you liked it, Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Sorry, guys, I'm still waking up. You'll hit the like and subscribe. If you didn't, please leave in the comments why you didn't like it. If you really liked it, please also leave a comment and let me know if I'm doing good or not. So I'll see you next time, and Yeet Federation, we'll see you next time.